Well, hello everyone. Welcome back to the Prepared Mind channel, your satirical look at the world. It is 0 dark 30. I busted out of the bunker and I'm in such a remote area. Yes, there are lights, cars, and other people, but no internet. You never know where I'm going or where I'm going to end up. Look out, folks. I know where we've all ended up, though. It's in Shtfville. And it's getting worse. It's gonna get nasty. We've been promising it, talking about it, and it is here. Indeed, I've got some stuff for you folks, and get this. People are rejecting the World Economic Forum. They're rejecting globalism on a massive and national scale. Now here in the United States of America, we are owned. I hate to admit it, our country is owned. The media is owned. Government officials are owned at local, state, and especially the federal level. The bureaucracies are owned. The banks, well, the banks are the owners. The World Economic Forum is in control. They are the owners of the American industrial, military, political system. But the world doesn't like it. And it's being rejected on a massive scale. Massive scale. I'm going to give you a couple of examples, and you get to think about what you need to do. Can you do anything to stop the situation? That's up to you to decide. Can you do anything to help your personal situation, protect yourself and your family? You get to choose that decision for yourself as well. All I can do is point out a couple of facts and say, well, even the facts, check those yourself. See what is right and what is not. Now, let's take a look, shall we? Over in Niger. That's right, over in Niger, Africa. Niger. Niger. What is going on there? Well, you see, Niger is the single largest oil-producing nation now. It's no longer the United Arab Emirates. It's no longer Saudi Arabia. Nope, it's none of that. It's not in the Middle East. It's Niger, Africa. Oil is energy. Energy is wealth. Energy is production. Energy is quality of life. Have you ever heard anyone say to you, I'm going to go live in Niger. That place kicks some ass. That place rocks. That's an awesome place. I love Niger. No, not one ever. How can they have all that energy and have a standard of living of peasants? Well, because, folks, they're being plundered. Of course, they're being plundered by the West, and of course, they're being plundered by their own political leadership as well, who have sold them out to European and American globalist, banking, industrial, political cartels. Well, in Niger, they've had a coup d'etat. The military has said enough of this shit. Well, it's good to see. See, they didn't have much to lose anyway. They're already living as third world trash instead of living where the technology of today should be propelling them forward, since they're such an energy-rich country. If you're energy-rich, you should be benefiting from all of that energy. So Niger has now said, guess what? Someone else is running the show here. Someone else is running the show in Niger. They're saying the oil belongs to us. They're saying uranium. Oh yeah, by the way, Niger is one of those countries that has uranium, energy, oil, energy, and many other mineral resources. They said you don't get to have them anymore. They don't belong to you. They don't belong to you. Guess who has military bases in Niger? France and America. Surprise, surprise. The U.S. government, not really us, the Americans, the government has a military base there. They have over 1,000 men. Drones. I love how drones are everywhere on the planet now. Understand, folks, drones can be used by anyone against anyone, and no one gets to take any credit for them or blame. Drones are chicken shit. So, Niger. They've nationalized or taken back stuff. Sorry, corporations and banks, you don't get to own everything. Now, I'm sure that Niger is going to continue to be a third world shithole, but it won't be benefiting the wealthy. Investment money is going to run from those corporations controlling Niger. And oh, don't worry, the United States is irate. France is irate. The United States has already committed an act of war in retaliation for this coup d'etat. I thought people in countries were allowed to have their own political determination. Just because that determination is against what the United States government wants, why does that make it bad? Well, because the United States government wants kids. Well, that's the idea, right? They wanted Ukraine, they took Ukraine. That's a good thing. Yay! Niger wants to be free? No, that's wrong. How wrong is that? So they've sanctioned Niger. They're cutting off medicine and food from Niger. See how wonderful the government is? Do what we say. They're like that bad parent that's always taking your shit and throwing it in the trash. You know, what if your parents said, you know, we don't like the way you've been behaving lately, and so we're going to put you in your room, and you're not going to eat or drink for a week. Literally injure you through starvation and deprivation of water. Is that what America's all about? Well, yes, the government of the United States in Washington, D.C., that's what that's all about. That is exactly what it's about. It'll starve you, it'll kill you. Now, it's not just Niger that's rejecting the World Economic Forum and globalism. There's something going on in Israel. Notice how the news isn't covering this? Go check out Israel. Look it up. Look at it. They're now saying, well, it's starting to look like in Israel there's a coup d'etat. Israel, which was born out of banking and, shall we say, less than ethical political aspirations. And I'm not saying I agree with the new government of Niger, and I'm not saying I agree with the potential new government of Israel. I'm just saying they're rejecting the status quo, what they're being told, how they're being controlled, lied to, etc. Iran doesn't have to lift a finger to win this war, folks. In fact, Iran would do well to stay the fuck out of it. Right? When a nation is attacked, the people turn on the attacker. When there's no one attacking them, well, they're attacking themselves because they have some serious issues. I mean, over in Europe, in that theater, right, the countries of the European Union, well, they're putting themselves in some precarious places. They're putting themselves in some precarious places, demanding war with Ukraine and then realizing, right, there's no one standing behind them. Or they think they are, but are they really? Are they? If Biden, the Biden administration, will cut and run from Afghanistan, will they cut and run from Ukraine, Poland? Yeah, they could cut and run from any of these countries. They can just change their mind one day. Fuck it, we quit. They'll focus their energy where they can better intimidate people. The system, folks, this great reset, it may not be as pleasant as wonderful as the World Economic Forum and globalist corporations and international bankers imagined. They could be in for a big surprise as the world rejects them. Yeah, we're not going to eat the bugs. Can they take away our gasoline and diesel? Yeah. Can they take away our electricity? You bet. They'll figure that out too. Can they freeze the monetary system? Of course. And the people will have to figure shit out on their own. Probably as it always should have been. We don't need the banks. The banks need us. We don't need the government. The government needs us. We are the masters of the land. We are the sovereigns of the land. The government was created and instituted amongst men to serve our purposes, not to serve itself. This is the state we find ourselves in, folks, as we look around the world and watch the uber wealthy try and take control of everything. And in order to do so, they have to destroy our political institutions and then instate or reinstate one that serves them. And the people are rejecting it. America, we're occupied, controlled. We're more at their mercy than any other country. It is through the United States government that these international Leviathan agencies operate. Are you prepared for what can come next? Just because we're in occupied territory doesn't mean we can't fight. And it doesn't mean we can't live and survive through this. Just don't take the Jim Jones juice. And don't drink their Kool-Aid. Right? Chance favors the prepared mind. Is yours. God bless America. Semper Fi.